Hi, everybody. My name is Patty Hegwood, and welcome to our December Angels Rest Blessing. We're having a particularly mild day today. Yes, I said that out loud. But yeah, it's a beautiful day and a beautiful opportunity for us to talk about the upcoming holiday season, which, well, has already started. The holidays can bring about all the sights and smells and sounds that we remember year over year. They bring a lot of joy, a lot of good memories, and also some sad memories, especially if those that we love are no longer here with us to celebrate. So I want to talk to you today a little bit about how do we embrace those memories. And also, how do we take care of ourselves? So I'm going to tell you a little story about my kitty named Sarah. Sarah, a.k.a. Mousie. And we called her Mousie because she'd make the silliest little shmish, shmish, shmish noise. And one year, I don't know why, because we have a blended household of cats and dogs, I decided we were going to put up a big Christmas tree. Yeah, you all know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a whole lot that goes into this. But I thought, I love those little candy canes, the ones with the cellophane wrapper. And I thought, I'm going to put those on the tree and it's going to be so cute. Well, little did I know, Miss Mouse, she decided that she was going to take down all those candy canes. But not only did she take them down, she would bite the ends and chew them until there was like this licorice sweet drool that was on the end that would stick to the bottom of your sock as you're walking by. So we decided, okay, the candy canes must come down. So I took them all and I put them in a drawer in the kitchen. And little did I know, I walked past the kitchen and she has opened one of the cabinet doors and has her little paw inside the drawer, opening the drawer to get to these candy canes. She was obsessed, totally obsessed. That is one of the memories that brings a smile to me and my family every single year. Invariably, there's always a moment, a pause during our holiday celebration when we say, do you remember when Mousie would do that thing with the candy canes? And it brings, we start laughing, we start pantomiming, we start imitating her, and that just brings about one of the best memories that carries forward for us into the year. And then this past week, stumbled upon a toy left behind by my sweet little Teeter. And all of a sudden, even now, the tears start to flow. Because it's always a surprise. And you know what those surprises are like. They take you right out of the blue and they bring you right into this place where all those memories come flooding back. And I had this moment. All of a sudden, I looked at my dogs, Rocky and Cooper, and I said, hey, let's go. Let's go take a hike out into the local forest. Let's go pick pine cones. Let's go grab some tree branches, some pine branches, and get this place smelling really, into the holiday spirit of smells, nothing like good old pine. And let you guys read your P-mail, and we will find some cool rocks. And so it didn't take them but 2 seconds to realize we were going on walkies. And we did. And we went everywhere. We explored, we sniffed, we gathered, and it was really absolutely one of the coolest things I could have done. The other thing that happens too is that you begin to allow the unfolding of the layers, not only of sights, but sounds, and all the birds and a squirrel and a chipmunk running here and there. And the next thing you know, there's a smile on your face and you're looking at your dogs and their tongues are hanging, 2 feet out of their mouth. And they're just so thrilled that they were out there having a blast. So what I did was I lifted my mood. I took an ordinary event and created an extraordinary moment. And this created a really cool memory for me and Rocky and Cooper as we talked all about their past sisters and brothers. And on the drive home, there was all kinds of breath floating around in that vehicle and the smell of pine and pine cones. And I had a twig in my hair. But you know what? I got home and I realized, okay, we can light some candles. We can put on a Christmas movie. I don't know, Die Hard's one of my favorites. And even though everyone will argue that that's not a Christmas movie. And just think back into that moment. What I want to impart is that I didn't erase memories. I didn't defer my grief. What I did was I shifted my perspective, if only for a moment, to take in everything that was around me and to spend time with the 2 dogs that are there with me. It provided me an opportunity of, I guess you want to call it forced focus, where I had to be aware of everything that was going on around me for the safety of my animals, but also to just really revel in the nature around me. So often, and I'm speaking for myself here, I can get pretty narrow in my focus and follow those thoughts all the way down to the pit of despair. That one little shift of, come on, let's go, helped pull me up and take in all the beauty around me. I believe many times a change of environment moves energy, and it may uncover a new path, or better yet, shine a light on a path I've yet to see. Thank you all so much for being here with us.
Hello, my name is James, and I am a caretaker here at Angel's Rest. And to start with, we'd like to share the names of the animals that we lost at the sanctuary in the month of December. From Cat World, there was Mac and Flavio, Brimley, Sunny the Lofts Cat, Deb, Baymax, Chesapeake, Danette, Felix, Dr. Mallard, and Sugar. From Dogtown, we lost Melody, Ida, Swing, and Rose. From Bunny House, we lost Copper, Summit, Delilah, and Spirit. Now we'd like to share the names of the animals that were sent in to us as tributes from Best Friends Animal Sanctuary members. To start with, we had Coco, Emma, Amani, Sassy and Tootsie, Buddy, Mango and Kiwi, Your Love Beyond Words and Miss Beyond Measure, Peaches, Our Sweet and Precious Cat, Buckeye, and Betty Candy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Josh, and I'm the manager here at Angel's Rest. And we have a special story sent in today for Jake. Our beloved Jake has passed over the Rainbow Bridge. It was very sudden and too soon. Jake was a very round Brit. Face, eyes, paws, body, and tail. A bit pudgy and squishy. He was very, very mellow. Never concerned about strangers, outside cats, or vacuum cleaners. He had a very precise clock of meal times and would push the envelope whenever possible. His very, very favorite activity were belly rubs. Sit down, and whether there was a room or not, Jake would arrive, flip upside down, one hind foot in the air, and start purring. If Sandy decided on a nap, Jake was there immediately. His brother Woody and all of us miss him terribly. Love, Kathy and Sandy.
Hello, my name is Byron. I'm one of the caretakers here at Angel's Rest, and I want to share a story with you about a very special Christmas flower. A few years ago, the people of Taxco, Guerrero, Mexico, proclaimed December 7th as the day to honor the beautiful flower that today many people associate with Christmas. It is known in the U.S. as the poinsettia. What many people don't know is its origins and meaning. The red, flame-like quetzal shell blooms during the winter solstice and signals the start of a new cycle of life. Its name translates into mortal flower that perishes and withers like all that is pure. Dr. Poinsettia brought the quetzal shell to the United States and raised it in his greenhouses in Charleston, South Carolina. It was named poinsettia in his honor and became known as the flower of Christmas Eve, but it has a much earlier history. The quetzal shell was honored as a divine gift in acknowledgement that it had been given to humanity to help the rebirth of the light on Mother Earth. Temples were adorned with this elegant and dignified plant as its flowering coincided with the date of the birth of the left-handed hummingbird on this winter solstice. The hummingbird represents the sacred power related to the sun, and the poinsettia's red leaves symbolize the sacred energy of the life force of blood. It also represents the blood warriors killed in battle and heralded the return of those warriors in this world as hummingbirds, returning to release the nectar and honey from the flowers. Flowers are among the most important spiritual symbols for the soul. However, as you celebrate the holidays, may the virtues of our venerable poinsettia bring light, healing, and peace to your hearts and your home. And now we'd like to take a moment of silence in honor of all those family and friends that have moved on to the Rainbow Bridge at this time.
We all work very hard to help ourselves through these mercurial rushes of emotions, from being happy one minute, sad the next, running across that toy, looking at the beautiful faces and eyes of the loved ones around us that are still here and feeling grateful. And at the same time, also capable of feeling great sadness. And what I'm asking everyone here to do today is embrace those moments, every single one of them. And also think about getting yourselves out into nature. Nature is one of the greatest healers of all time. And it does help us with our perspective, if anything, to help hold us kindly through this process, to know that there are things bigger than us, greater than us, and that will also be here way after we're gone. So allow yourself to jump into that stream, feel all the feels, and take care of yourself. I'm going to leave you today with a blessing to wrap this year. And it's from Mary Oliver, of course. I want you all to take this to heart. May you be blessed to pause amid the mayhem of daily life and open your mind and soul to the splendor of a few lilies, or wrens, or trout among the mysterious shadows, the cold water, and the somber oaks. See you next year.